Now imagine this. What if I simply explain this simply enough? Now, if there's a list or a database of patents and stuff, you yourself could look through all of the ideas of those patents and seriously formulate your own little idea for it. Like, you could kind of make your own little patent that goes to his idea that upgrades his patent. Now, it seems kind of weird that somebody may be able to take away your patent with a simple idea, changing something up enough to make it their own, and then there's two competitors for it. Like, you come up with an idea for his, you guys become like partners in business or something. Now, I could enamor up all kinds of examples for that. Now, imagine this. Imagine this, alright? Let's say somebody can patent cotton or something. Like, they can patent cotton. I know it sounds BS-ish, you know, just pretend cotton's a device or something. Now, if cotton was never invented because he was never able to and he kept the idea to himself and suddenly died or just whatever bullshit, I don't care, you can imagine any scenario you want to here. Like, his cotton idea sits on the shelf in the patent office, never used. But what does that do to humanity? Imagine a space engine sitting on the patent office shelf, and I know there isn't one, but it could be that serious because there could be pieces of space engines sitting on the patent office shelf right now, and you don't even know how to assemble that shit yet. If cotton didn't exist because you had to patent it and the guy didn't patent it, this wouldn't exist. Now imagine this. And I know earlier I said I know that RAM could be 6 times better. Now, there's DDR3, and I think it's like 3000 M8Z, 3000 megahertz or something like that. Maybe it's like 2500, I'm not sure. Go to newegg.com and look that up. And there's 4X processors at 3.8 GB. Now the processors are pretty good, but the RAM sticks. Now these graphics cards these days, and I have a graphics card on a pretty averagely old PC. I mean, it's newish, it's oldish, it's pretty much 6 years old. I don't know how new the card's gonna be, but it's sort of newer than the PC. Thing is, DDR3 that you socket onto the motherboard is like 250 MHz or something. Now, in my PCIe 16X slot, there's 2 gigabytes of 5500 MHz. Now, I don't really understand how there's 5500 MHz of 2 GB of RAM on the graphics card. Obviously, that computer doesn't use that to process graphics. It uses it to process the same thing that the RAM sticks on the motherboard are processing. 5500 MHz, and it's on a graphics card, and then there's like RAM sticks with 2500 MHz. Now DDR3 is way expensive, and graphics cards, I don't know. I bought mine for 99 bucks, and a DDR3 stick, the highest one you can get is probably like 150 bucks lowest. Go look at Newegg and find this out for yourself. Go look at specs and stuff. I don't care now. Imagine your computer working like this. Like, maybe you only have one RAM stick or something. Maybe you have no RAM sticks in the motherboard at all, and you just have a processor, a 4X processor. And there's 770 MHz processors on the graphics card itself, and I mean, I know those aren't really good enough to run a computer, but you've got 8 gigabytes of 5500 MHz through graphics cards on your computer. with drivers on the chips on the graphics card, so you don't have to stick a CD in to install that graphics card. You just plug and play that graphics card just like you do a RAM stick or a hard drive, because the graphics card itself tells the computer what to do instead of you installing it on your hard drive and wasting your hard drive space. Sure, graphics card driver, I don't know what that takes up, maybe like 200 KB or something, I don't really care. I mean, what you should care about, those 5,500 mAh versus whatever DDR3 RAM sticks are. You think about that, honestly.